Hello, friends. Thank you for stopping by for today's nugget. Faith amid the refining fire. Job's story is a familiar one to many of us. Here was a man who was blameless, upright, and yet who suffered greatly. He suffered not because he has done anything wrong, but because of the great controversy between good and evil, between God and Satan. Satan claimed that Job worshipped God because he has put a hedge of protection around him and all that he possessed. Satan says to God, "Stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will surely curse you to the face." God permitted Satan to test Job, and test him he did. Job lost his children. He lost his property and eventually lost his health as he suffered physically as well. We don't know if Job knew what was happening behind the scene. Regardless of how much was hidden from him, he endured the refining fire anyway. In Job chapter 23 verse 10, he says, "But God knows the way I take. When he has tested me, I shall come forth as gold." Job sensed the reality of the purifying process. He did not understand what was happening, but he looked up and forward and recognized that if he clung to God through it all, he will emerge from the test as pure gold. He didn't and shouldn't understand why all this tragedy had happened to him, but he looked to him and trusted God. There's a popular quote from Charles Spurgeon that goes like this: "God is too good to be unkind. He is too wise to be mistaken. And when we cannot trace his hands, we must trust his heart." Like Job, there are many times in our Christian experience when we cannot understand what God is doing, when we cannot trace his hand, or when the test of trial seems too intense to bear. In those moments, Job's experience reminds us we can and should trust our Father's heart. And that is the nugget. Thank you for stopping by. Study your lesson, and I will see you tomorrow.